A teenage boy returns for yet another round of surgery. His arm was torn off by a bomb. He'll be back for more operations before he returns to a home so insecure that we cannot use his name. And his is a relatively minor case in a hospital that only treats war wounded in a conflict that's bloodier by the day. After 17 years of war, the number of civilian deaths this year hit the highest point since records began. According to the United Nations, 1,692 civilians had been killed by the end of June.
He's from Ghazni.
Run by the Italian charity Emergency,
Ghazni.
Yeah.
this hospital often treats more than 50 new victims a day. Each injury logged. Shrapnel, mine, shrapnel, bullet, bullet, bullet. Shrapnel, shotgun, bullet, shrapnel, bullet, 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 bullet. On this ward, every patient is a child. This young boy here was injured in Ghazni. Now that is a town to the south of Kabul, the main strategic town on the highway south. It was almost overrun by the Taliban a couple of weeks ago. More than 100 people were killed. There was mayhem, and he spent 20 hours with his bowels hanging out of his stomach before he was able to get medical help. A child. Here the doctors live in fear.
Every day the situation is getting worse and the fighting is increasing, but honestly, I don't have any clear future.
The US will spend $45 billion here this year, most of it on training Afghan forces to take over. But poor morale, drug abuse and relentless combat has driven Afghan desertions and deaths so high that the numbers are now secret. One frontline government brigade is down to 30% of its fighters, NATO sources say. Niaz has lost 3 sons and 3 grandsons, all in government forces. 4 others are still alive, but they've all been wounded fighting insurgents. Some of my children and grandchildren were killed on the front line, and some of them near our village. They were beheaded, she says, by ISIS. Now she looks after the 32 children who have so far survived, while she tends the graves of her dead. It's been a bad year in America's longest war. But for Afghans, there's another generation of torment. Sam Kiley, CNN, Kabul.